Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today. So let's start with Big E has been out of the ring for over a year after breaking his neck during WWE SmackDown, and while appearing on the Busted Open Radio podcast, he discussed his in-ring future. Big E said, "I wish I had more information for you. Right now, there is really no timeline. I've been to a few different doctors who have looked over my scans. I don't have any issues, I feel great, but I broke my C1 in 2 different places. It's called a Jefferson fracture, and because of the nature of the fracture, it takes longer to heal. Initially, they told me 3 months. I thought 3 months and I would be back to wrestling, but things ended up being more complex. There are chances I might take with a broken forearm or finger. An ACL injury I've had before. I started wrestling when I was 23, and at the time, I was like, if I die in the ring, doing what I love, so be it. I'm 37 now and you see life differently and you have other things to think about. I'm trying to make the best decision for myself and my health moving forward. I don't have any answers. We hope the best for Big E." The next story is about LA Knight's momentum has made himself undeniable ahead of the biggest match of his WWE career at Crown Jewel 2023. At tomorrow night's event, Knight will challenge undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns on what will be day 1161 of Reigns' historic run as champion. Speaking with Cameron Hawkins of The Ringer, Knight reflected on the momentum he has built since joining WWE's main roster last year. He said, "This is my first Crown Jewel show, and I'm at the top of the card. This match is a hell of a testament to the work that I put in, but also just the people making it. Last time we were in Saudi Arabia, the whole crowd just chanting LA Knight, right at Triple H. At some point, it's undeniable. I've made myself undeniable." Next we have ahead of her trios match on October 9th, Kairi Sane issued an address to Stardom fans, stating that it could be her final time performing in front of them. Based on new reports, it seems that Sane has officially left Stardom, and is now one step closer to returning to her former home of WWE. Thursday morning, WrestleVotes reported that the former women's tag team champion had resurfaced on WWE's internal talent roster, adding that her return to the company is imminent. According to PW Insider, Sane's name reappeared on the roster Thursday afternoon. While it's uncertain which brand Sane will be assigned to upon her WWE comeback, she may be headed back as soon as Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, slated to take place tomorrow. News of Sane's impending return to WWE initially emerged in August, with reports stating she had inked a new deal with WWE that would bring her back to the company in the coming months. Sane first entered the WWE scope in 2017, the same year she won the inaugural Mae Young Classic. After a 2-year run in WWE NXT, Sane was called up to the main roster, where she formed a tag team with fellow Japanese performer Asuka. Together, Sane and Asuka, better known as the Kabuki Warriors, defeated Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship in October 2019. Sane later departed from WWE in 2021, spending her final year as an ambassador for the company before returning to the wrestling scene in Japan. Are you guys looking forward for Kairi Sane to return? The final story is about on WWE After the Bell. John Cena discussed various topics, including praise for undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns for being the greatest of all time, ahead of his clash with Solo Sikoa at Crown Jewel 2023 this Saturday. John said, "He's a sponge, and he's athletic, super intelligent, and a fan of this, and I mean all of this. Most importantly, a fan of psychology. I say the WWE Universe is the biggest superstar we have. Roman navigated those waters without them. Here's the thing with Roman, I don't think Roman is Roman if he doesn't have a time to work in front of no crowd. The crowd is so against the fact that the company believed in Roman Reigns. I set the precedent of, company guy, see ya. Everyone has a tough hill to climb once they become pushed. There is a giant ray behind the curtain, we all know that too. We have to be careful how this happens because we don't want this to happen. That absolutely happened with Roman. It was when the crowd wasn't there that you're able to take more chances, that Roman could be himself. There wasn't anyone to be like, that sucked, that didn't work, because you don't have the instant feedback. Night after night, it becomes this extremely nuanced soft-spoken character that is not the welcome to SmackDown that they're used to. As soon as they bring people back in, he had done such a riveting program that it was, man, I want to see this guy. He has done it better than anybody I have ever seen. He's the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Cena continued, me watching it, it was very difficult for some performers to work to that crowd, I definitely would have been that person. Roman leaned into everything they gave him and really made it cinematic and so nuanced and so incredible. He got the viewer to pay attention without the energy of the audience. I don't have that tool. I don't know how I would be able to do that because I've never done it. The Firefly Funhouse was it. It's a very interesting environment when you don't have an audience. What do you guys think about this story? Thanks guys for watching and please subscribe.